Hi, I'm Cecile Strail, the Mountain Oaks College Career Advisor, and I'd like to welcome you to our annual Scholarship Awards. I'd like to give special thanks to our administrator, Bill Redford, and our assistant administrator, Debbie Blankenship, and also to Monica for filming. So welcome. I'm sorry we're not doing this in person this year. I'm hoping next year we can do it again with the community involved and the nice food. So I'm hoping to say something about each organization as we go along. I do prefer that when you can do that personally yourselves, but we'll do our best. So thank you on behalf of the Mountain Oaks community. This year we have 22 different scholarships awarded to 7 students from 17 organizations. All right, our first award is the Amador Women's Network, which was formed in 1989 to provide opportunity for women to network within the Amador community. And they have a scholarship program to foster the next generation of young women going to college. They chose Brianna Medina Montoya as their 2021 recipient for $1,000. Brianna is a hardworking and determined student with an incredible perseverance when faced with obstacles. She is really great about following through when opportunities present themselves. I'd say she's one of the top students for asking questions, responding to emails, just getting on opportunities that whatever I post, she's on it. So Brianna's planning to pursue her love of animals by starting the prerequisites for the excellent vet tech program that they have at Cosumnes River College. She's also interested in animal nutrition and wants to combine that with being a vet tech. So congratulations, Brianna. The next award is from American Legion Post 108. As you know, that's the ambulance company that serves both Amador and Calaveras County. And not only do they save lives, but they provide scholarships for students in the community. Generally, it's for students who are going into emergency, EMT, paramedic, fire people. But this year, it was based basically on somebody who was going into medical. And the person they picked was Curtis Kowski, who's planning to be an anesthesiologist. And as you well know, there's sometimes when anesthesiologists are required for emergency work. Curtis is planning to start out at Columbia Community College for his general ed, and then he's transferring to the University of Reno to major in biology before med school. He's really a kind, attentive, and compassionate person, and it's really perfect job for him, because anybody who's ever been through surgery knows that having somebody who's just kind and calm is the best person to have right before you go under the knife. So he's also had experience fostering dogs with his family, and he said that was one the things that he learned about dealing with being who is afraid or in unfamiliar circumstances, which would certainly qualify as somebody being in a hospital. So a well-deserved award for $1,000, American Legion Post 108 for Curtis. The next award is the Buena Vista Community Fund. This was an 11th hour scholarship. I was contacted, I think, maybe a week or two before they were actually closing the scholarship because they found out about us. And I sent out notices to the students, and the student who got on it and wrote a really excellent essay was Brianna Medina Montoya. The subject of the essay was how your life was affected by COVID. And she wrote a very touching essay that actually brought me to tears, which is pretty hard to do. So that is very well deserved, and I really appreciate Buena Vista for including us at the last minute in their scholarship opportunities. And they were just established, I believe, in 2020, and this is their first year for senior scholarship contest. So thank you again. The next scholarship is the Calaveras Career and Technical Training Scholarship that is through the Calaveras Community Fund, which is an incredible organization that does so much work. in this community, and they've given out like over $100,000 in scholarships and grants throughout the community. They're just an awesome group. And they have been, I think, established since 2011. And also, St. Martin and PG&E contributes to this fund, so I thought I would mention them. And it's for students going into trades. They chose Annalise Hamari as a recipient. Annalise plans to attend both Columbia College for her general ed and Modesto JC for majoring in being a medical assistant. Then she's hoping to go on to University of Texas for her nursing degree. Annalise is a force of nature with her community service and world-renowned activities. She sings, she dances ballet, does volunteer work for 4-H and many other activities. This personable young lady will go far in life with her boundless energy. So, congratulations, Annalise, and that was for $1,500. The next scholarship is the Calaveras County Water District. Water, pretty important here in Calaveras County, being that we're one of the drought designated areas. So we all appreciate water. And their essay requirement this year was the value of water. The winner is Annalise Hamari for $500. I want to give a special shout out to Jessica South, because we had a problem with the post office getting the packets to them. And when I was checking very close to when we were doing this presentation, they had not received them, even though they were mailed months ago. And she made the extra effort with me making a hand delivery over at the Water District to look at the scholarships again that had never made it. So I really appreciate her doing that. And also I wanted to say that Annalise wrote an excellent essay about growing up on 8 acres with learning how to conserve water, which is what people should be doing, and particularly people that live in rural areas are learning to do more. So good job, and that one was for $500. The next two scholarships are from the Calaveras 4-H, and one is called the Calaveras 4-H Council, and the other one is the Jennifer Gurlitz, I'm hoping I'm saying that right, Memorial. Both of these are for Annalise at $1,000 each, and they sent me something they wanted me to read. The mission of the 4-H program is to engage youth in reaching their fullest potential by advancing the field of youth development. And we hope through this work we will encourage young people to pursue their spark and go out in the world and make it a better place. This year we were fortunate enough to award a total of 3 scholarships to students we believe exemplify this mission. So looks like 2 of them went to Annalise. The Jennifer Gurlitz Memorial is given in memory of Jennifer Gurlitz, who was a 4-H program representative for over 30 years. Quite a dedication. And her dedication to motivating and teaching youth has made her an invaluable asset to our community. She epitomized leadership, citizenship, and kindness, and most importantly, care for the community. And Annalise grew up with goats, chickens, horses, rabbits, and she's shown both goat and dog. So she's also been president for 2 years, vice president for 2 years, and she was a team leader for 4 years of the 4-H club. So congratulations, Annalise. Ebbets Pass Moose is our next sponsor. They've been giving us scholarships for years consistently. They're located up in Arnold. They do a lot for the community, and I was looking at some of their most recent contributions. They served over 3,000 free meals during the COVID-19 meal program. They also had free Thanksgiving dinners, which even had delivery service to people who were homebound. So that's one of many, many programs they do. That's one of the reasons I like having a sponsor, because they can elaborate more on all the things they do, but I just picked a little from each organization. Their recipient is Orion Walter, who is planning to go into solar and electrical engineering at UC Merced. So we've already sent 2 students over there, one also in engineering. He's going to start at Columbia, and then he's going to transfer to UC Merced. He also went to Boise State, and he's been in ROV Underwater Robotics Club and workshop construction classes here at Mountain Oaks. He and his family also help with roadside waste projects around local waterways. He's light and intelligent with a curious and scientific mind, perfect for going into electrical engineering. The next scholarship is Loretta Fox Memorial Scholarship that is connected with Murphy's Library. Even though they had offered it last year, this is the first year a Mountain Oaks student has won. You had to write an essay about how the library influenced you as a child. So all of the students, when they had to do these scholarships, had to write a main essay about themselves and their goals, an activity page, a cover sheet, but some of these scholarships required special essays. So whenever that's the case, I'm going to mention that because it requires extra effort on the part of the students. I don't know anything about Loretta Fox, but whenever there's a memorial scholarship, it's always because someone has contributed to the community and they value education. So I hope next year when we do this, I'll have some more information. And the award is for $1,000 to Annalise Mark. The next one is Mountain Oaks Alumni Public Service Scholarship, started by Devin Strail, who is related to me. He is now a paramedic and fireman at Oakland Fire. When there's more than one recipient, he gets his friend and fellow alumni, Matthew Beadle, to contribute, who's an Oakland police officer. So the two of them sometimes get together and rate each other about who they think works harder. But this is two successful alumni who've decided to contribute to Mountain Oaks afterwards. And I hope some of you students think about this in the future, doing something to help the next generation coming through. It's generally given to people like the American Legion one that would be in emergency services or going into fire. We had no students going into fire or police work or EMTs. So it was decided that it would go to somebody that was doing medical. And the recipient this year is Curtis Kowski for $500. Again, being that anesthesiologists are sometimes have to deal with emergency situations. So, good job, Curtis. The next one is the Mountain Ranch Scholarship. Mountain Ranch has an incredible community up there. They suffered a lot during the Butte Fire, but they have really pulled together and they give very generous scholarships every year. They raise money various ways in the community. I know they have luncheons and they have I think it's poker night or something like that. Anyway, they raise quite a bit of money and give it out to students who will write an essay, explain what they're doing, and if you're a Mountain Ranch resident, you can get a scholarship from them. So it's really a great program, and I appreciate the fact that they do this for Mountain Oaks. And also, a previous admin of Mountain Oaks is involved with this now, Jacqueline Dennis. And also a previous mom, Sian Swan. So thank you both. And this one goes to Connor McClure for $3,000. He's going into contracting and construction, and he already has his foot in the door because he's doing apprenticeships. So he's graduating a year early, and by his mentor teacher's account, he's very hardworking and dedicated. He also attended our construction classes here at Mountain Oaks. The next scholarship is the President's Admission Scholarship from the University of Calgary in Canada. Woo, like Mountain Oaks is going international, so this is pretty exciting. The University of Calgary has an acceptance rate of only 10 to 20%, so it's not easy to get into. And to get this particular scholarship, you also have to rate within the high 95% or above admissions criteria. So it's for $5,000. It goes to Sebastian Secura, and he's an amazing young man. He is planning to go into sustainable architecture. He was a 2020 Boys State finalist, and he also received a 2020 Climate Loving Scholarship. He's volunteered for Jackson Elementary School beautification, and additionally, he's played the violin for 9 years. So he's a very engaging young man to talk to. I always enjoy when he drops into my office. So congratulations, Sebastian. The next scholarship is the Rotary Club of West Calaveras Memorial Scholarship. This is the first year we've had a Mountain Oak student win this, which is pretty exciting. They were chartered and started in 2001, and it's an organization of business and professional leaders worldwide who provide humanitarian service and encourage high ethical standards in all of locations. And they chose Annalise, no doubt looking at all her activities, and now she intends to follow through on her plans of medical assisting and then nursing. And that scholarship is for $500. The next scholarships, actually it's 2 scholarships that are coming through the Sonora Foundation. They give an astonishing amount of scholarships and grants to the community. If you go on their website, there's just absolutely enormous list. It's amazing what they do. And we have won scholarships before through the Sonora Foundation, but not these 2 particular scholarships. One's the James Dale Scholarship, which is for somebody going into trades, which will go to Haley Pena Vargas. And the other is a Lucille Arno incentive. And that's for resiliency, which I would say that Haley Pena Vargas really has. She works, she takes classes at Columbia, she helps her mom with her brothers. She also bakes and makes amazing candies and pastries to sell. She's quite the ambitious young lady. She's also bilingual, as is Brianna. I meant to mention that because I think being bilingual is a very important skill to have in this world. And so both these young ladies are bilingual in Spanish and English. And Haley will be attending Modesto JC for medical assisting. And she's cheerful and kind and a lot of fun. So congratulations, Haley. The James Dale one is for $1,000. The Lucille Arno incentive is for $500. The next scholarship is the Tri-County LGBT Alliance Scholarship. They've given scholarships consistently to our students, I think pretty much since they've started giving scholarships. They were not able to do their annual fundraiser this year, so it's a little less, but what they're doing this time is giving checks, which I have, you can get when you get your certificate, for $250 each that you can use before the summer to get ready for your courses. And the requirement for this particular scholarship is that you write an essay on tolerance and acceptance. And the 3 students that were awarded were Sebastian Siquiera, Annalise Hamari, and Curtis Kautsky for $250 each. And their essays really showed me that there's hope in the upcoming generation for being kind and compassionate people and providing fair treatment for all citizens of the U.S. So thank you for your efforts, and thank you to the Tri-County LGBT Alliance. All right, the next one is the Wallace Burson Association. They're also one of our longtime sponsor contributors, and they encourage and create charitable activities beneficial to the community, one of which is providing scholarships to graduating seniors. This year, the recipients are Annalise Amari and Orion Walter for $500 each. The next organization is Women of the Moose, and this is the female arm of the Moose organization, which I think a lot of times people connect it usually being a bunch of guys, but really holding it together is a lot of women. So anyway, they're a great organization. They always give us scholarships every year. And this year, they chose 2 of our students, Curtis Kautsky and Elise Hamari, for $500 each. Thanks again to all of our sponsors and to the students who put in the extra effort to get these scholarships, because I know seniors, a lot of kids have senioritis. They get really busy. Many of our students are taking concurrent enrollment at Columbia or other community colleges. They're working, they have families. So this is really students who have put in some extra effort, and they deserve kudos for that. So thank you, and also keep in mind in the future, when you get older, to contribute to your community and the next generation of students up and coming. I'd like to thank Bill, my admin, Debbie, my assistant, admin, and Monica Riedel, who is filming me, and also Alanya Anderson, one of my daughters who made the floral display. And I just want to say thanks again, and good luck on all your endeavors, future endeavors. I know you're all going to do well. You're amazing students, every one of you. And have a great summer.